Yo, people, I am really surprised, right? You know, when sometimes you check out a film just by chance, kind of, right? No expectations, and then it just completely blows you away. Well, that's just happened. Just watched Theatre Camp. Now, I'd heard some stuff, like just, yeah, Theatre Camp, pretty good, but nothing like crazy. But I put on Disney Plus the other day, and there it was, right? Which I was surprised because yeah, I had no inkling it was dropping. So yeah, I checked it out, and god damn, right? It is directed by Molly Gordon and Nick Lieberman, who co-wrote the film with Noah Galvin and Ben Platt, right? It's actually based on a short story they all created in 2022. You know what I mean? So the film is produced by Jessica Elbaum, Eric Fig, Will Farrell, Noah Galvin, Molly Gordon, Julia Hammer, Ryan Heller, Sammy Kim Falvey, Nick Lieberman, Ben Platt, and Maria Zuckerman. Okay. Yep, that's correct. It's executive produced by Michael Bloom, Alex Brown, Mary Bundy, Cheyenne Fisk, Jennifer Semler, Jimmy Totoro, and Jeff Valerie. It's associate produced by Bernard Telsey, Talia Cohen, and Kristen Chabunia. James McAllister and Mark Summonblick handled the music. Nate Hertzler, cinematography. John Philpott edited the piece, with Kristen Charbona and Bernard Telsey handling casting as well. Production design is Jordan Janota and Charlotte Royer. Set decoration, we have Maria Rachel Burke, Nick Clark, Christopher Scotto, and Jake Cecilie, with costume design from Michelle J. Lee. Hair and makeup, Crystal Savonsky, Ayana Lee, Grace Fong, Mitch Ellie, Taylor Winner, Rachel White, Liv Swanson, Andrew Scottemeyer, Joshua First, Fallon Jalio, Edward, and Kathleen Atkins. So our cast, right? Amos is played by Ben Platt. Rebecca-Diane is played by Molly Gordon. Glenn Winthrop is played by Noah Galvin. Jimmy Totoro plays Troy Rubinsky. Right? His mother, Joan Rubinsky, is played by Amy Sedaris. We've got Joan's friend, Rita Cohen, played by Caroline Aaron. Janet Walsh is played by Ao Edebiri. Clive DeWitt is played by Nathan Lee Graham. Gigi Charbona is played by Owen Phil. Right? Caroline Krause is played by Patty Harrison. Mackenzie Thomas is played by Bailey Bonique. Darla Sanchez is played by Sindra, I think, Sanchez. Devon Miller is played by Donovan Colin. Lainey Fisher is played by Vivian Satch. Alan Park is played by Alan Kim. Sebastian Campbell, played by Alexander Bello. Christopher L, played by Luke Islam. Christopher S, played by Jack Sobolewski. Toby Garcia, played by Dean Scott Vasquez. Alice Taylor, played by Quinn Titcomb. Franny King, played by Madison Laura. Salem, played by Max Sheldon. So yeah, that's Bobby Kay, played by Jonathan Lengel. Wendy, played by Olivia Puckett. Tim, played by Jonathan Iteridge da Silva. So the gist of this is, as summer rolls around again, kids are gathering from all over to attend Adriadron ACTS, a scrappy theatre camp in upstate New York that's a haven for budding performers. After its indomitable founder, Joan, falls into a coma, her clueless crypto bro son, Troy, is tasked with keeping the thespian paradise running. With financial ruin looming, Troy must join forces with Amos, Rebecca-Diane, and their band of eccentric teachers to come up with a solution before the curtain rises on opening night. Goddamn, people, this was so... I had no clue what it was going to be. Right, I wondered if it was going to be like I mean, is it Wet Hot Summer? Wet Hot Summer. I feel it's Wet Hot Summer, right? It's something along those kind of lines, which slightly, but no, it feels something different, right? Because it's kind of shot a bit like a documentary, right? Which I think you don't quite get until like maybe 5 or 10 minutes in, because we hear all these theater kids, and camp is great, it's a haven, all of this, and we see Joan and Rita, I think it is, yeah, scouting, right? So they're watching some performers, and all of a sudden Joan collapses, like she's in a coma. So now what happens? What do they do? Right? That's the question. What do they do? So yeah, then her son Troy, he comes in, and we're told like Troy's an influencer and all of this, and that's when it's like we get this text appear, right? It's like the crew decided to keep on filming even though Joan's in the camera, right? And you're like, wait, what? Oh, now that part of it is the only thing that's a little frustrating, right? Because not the breaks and the comments, that's all fine, that's amusing as fuck, but we get this black screen and then this tiny white text in the very center of the screen, and it's just like, you have a whole screen, use it. Use it, people. What the fuck are we doing? Or have someone narrate. You know what I mean? It's always irritating, this motherfucking text on the screen. Narrate it. Pay someone to speak those words, you lazy sons of bitches. Ugh. But anyway, people, this was just insane, right? Because we've got these all like different age kids at camp, and they're kind of feral, but feral in a passionate way for musical theater, right? That's the thing. They're not like running around doing coke and having sex or anything like that, but they're just into camp, right? They want to act, they want to sing, they want to dance, and they will do anything to be able to do that. So it is, oh my God, it's so amusing, right? There's a bit, and you just get, she's using, and the teachers stop everything, jump on stage, but not how normal people jump on stage, right? It's all a performance. And then they get this girl like, show us your hands. And I forget what they call it, but it's just like a tear stick is an actor's steroid. Basically, oh my God, you need to watch the scene for it to really hit. I can't do it justice, but oh, it's gold, right? There's a lot of dry humor, and it's incredible, right? I think I did laugh out loud during this film, but a lot of the time I'm just grinning, right? And just quietly chuckling to myself, because it's just cutting. There's bits, it's just cutting, you know what I mean? Like these little kids will just turn around and just say some shit, and you're like, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? It's so good. It's so well written. It really is. Because although it's insane, right? It doesn't go too crazy. So there is a realism there, but to the 10th degree, you understand, right? It's off. It's crazy off. But you're just like, yeah, right? Like when people get mad passionate about shit, they will go to crazy extents. So it works on that degree. Then you just got, the real weird shit like Janet Walsh, right? That whole situation, which is just like, wait, what is happening here? It's, oh my God. People, if you haven't heard of theatre camp, you are missing out, right? Damn, I'm so glad I was able to watch this, because I do feel like it would have been a shame to go the year and not to have discovered this goddamn film. It's just got a really fun flow to it. The story is because it's dealing with these different friendships and this addiction to camp, right? And everything about it. Also, there's realizing your potential and dreams. So all of this is wrapped up in this crazy thing. It's a bit like the thick of it, right? It's that sort of sharp, quick wit, which is just, I love that style of writing, you know? It's so good. It's so good. Like, and there's an evolution in the characters, right? Because I think at the start, you might not like Troy, but although Troy is a straight up dum dum, you do warm to him. You do be like, yo, he's trying, man. Homie is trying, right? So it's like the songs. I'm not a huge fan of musicals, right? But there are ones that I've enjoyed the hell out of. you know? And like there's certain things like Encanto. I liked Encanto, man. That was fun. You know what I mean? There was something recently that was a musical, and I didn't even realize it was gonna be a musical. I forget what it was. I think we looked at it last week. My memory's shit, people. Boy. But when it's done well, they can be fun. And this was fun. Like the song, because the songs are just, again, they're kind of these weird streams of consciousness, right? So the songs work, the dancing is, again, ridiculous, but fun. It's so good. And the acting. Now, there are times when I do question kids, right? Because they don't always hit the emotions, which you can understand because it's a little fucking kid. They ain't experienced certain shit. So how are they gonna channel it properly? You know, it's like when you have little kids singing about love, and it's just like, yo, what's the little kid talking about? That little kid ain't experienced this shit. What's going on? But I will tell you this right now. Everyone in this goddamn film destroys. Oh my god, they wreck shop when they're on scene. The acting is so good. It is so good, people. Man, there's crazy chemistry between everyone. Like the people you're meant to like, the people you're meant to gravitate to, the people that are meant to be frustrating and irritating. Everyone performs. Everyone just hits, their spot so goddamn well. Yo, people, you need to get theatre camp in your life. It feels like the spirit animal to Little Miss Sunshine. It really does. It really friggin' does, people. Yo, you know what I mean? If I'm not feeling something, I'm not gonna tell you vehemently to watch it, right? And I'm telling you vehemently to watch this. Go get theatre camp in your life. You are not gonna be disappointed. Trust me, people.